Hello again. Clive Barker's Undying. Barker, among with Stephen King, is for sure one of the best horror writers in our century. Clive Barker was in charge in the whole development of this fantastic horror game, contributing in its scare jumps, environments, and of course, writing the whole story. In February 2001, this game was a mega hit, a game forgotten by many, and a game that I'll try to revive with my review. So let's begin with the story first. Walking in the shoes of Patrick Galloway, basically an Irish version of Dylan Dog, a former World War I specialist casted away from Ireland, now works as a detective of paranormal activities to earn his bread. With 6 months delay, he gets a letter from his ex-commander, Jeremiah Covenant, who is asking him for help. His family estate is haunted, and in the last moment, we arrive to find him dead, and all of his family members have passed away under strange conditions too. The castle or estate become filled with horrors, and you start taking your first steps to solve the mystery. It's a 10 out of 10 for story and great immersion, and I don't want to spoil anything here. It's just brutal. It's great. Next section, game time. It took me 12 hours to beat the game on hardest difficulty. It's not time consuming, it's not small, not big, but you will get so involved with this game that you won't even notice the time. 8 out of 10 seems fair here. Plus, I finished the game twice, as far as I remember, and I have planned to play it once more again. 8 out of 10 for game time. Game bugs as the next section. I didn't have one single crash or bug, and if there are some bugs, they're very few, not game breaking. With quick save option, you will always be able to start anew if you get stuck somewhere, but I doubt that will happen. Game works well, it's fluid, and I was amazed by it back in 2001. 9 out of 10 only because of some minor but not game breaking bugs here. Next section, game difficulty. The old age of gaming where picking the highest difficulty actually made a game hard. This game offers challenge even on normal difficulty, and I had brutal fun on hardest difficulty. This is how you do it. Uh, you one shot with headshots. You can also get one shotted with a headshot. Pick the hardest difficulty and you will struggle for ammo. You will need to make every bullet count, and I love that. Uh, I was in so many situations where I had 3 bullets in a chamber and had to move on. Damn, it's old but gold. That's how it is with this game. For the game difficulty, 10 out of 10. Maps and graphics as the next section. With 9 different maps and one very, very big estate map and its wings. This world covers all, from manor to catacombs, gardens, monasteries, open interiors, onerous maps, pirate coves, standing stones. We have a lot of variety here. Graphics, for its time, were amazing and very well optimized too. The game was beautiful. Shadows are done perfectly. Great journal too. I loved every part in this game, and it's still good even now in 2017. This masterpiece works on modified Unreal Tournament engine, and it's a joy for the eyes. Would love to see an HD version of it for sure. It would be amazing. 9 out of 10 is a fair score for maps and graphics here, considering how old the game is. It's a 16 years old game. Next section, gameplay. How light and shadows plays here. It's beautiful. You will always feel unrestless. Uh, Always unrestless in the dark corners of Jeremiah's manor. Movement between interiors and exteriors is very well done too, with great architecture of a lot of scary places. This is the closest that you will come to survival horror first person shooter, though I can't even call it a first person shooter. It's not a shooter. Enemies, ghosts, and creatures are also very rare. It's actually the tension this game builds before encounters. I don't even know how to call it. It's from a first person shooter perspective, but the tension here is the most important part in gameplay. Moving curtains in marble corridors, pictures changing around you, candles fading away, the constant Mandela effect. Constant Mandela effect in this game. It will make you nervous and it will make you scared as fuck. The enemies will attack you when you don't expect them to. They will not attack in places where you will think it's logical to fight with them. It's perfectly made horror game. Uh, that's why legit writers are the best on the market. Developers always lack that sense for art, tension, and immersion, and only a proven book writer can add that to a game, and then it becomes a masterpiece. Just look at The Witcher, for example. It has to be done by a book writer if you want great immersion. I don't want to spoil anything else. The gameplay is amazing. I loved every bit of it. And it's 10 out of 10 for gameplay even now in 2017. Itemizations and skills. In your left hand, you will use a classic 6-barrel chamber revolver, or a double-barreled shotgun, or some of the unique weapons that I won't spoil for you now. In your right hand, you will use magic. I'll name only few because of spoilers, and there are many more, of course. One of magic spells you will use is called Skingium, a spell that will allow you to see paranormal effects and activities and things that happened before your time. Then you can speed up with haste, or shoot missiles with ectoplasm spell, and many, many more. We have a lot more of spells and weapons, but the point here is it's a strong part of the game, and I don't wish to spoil your fun with it. Just play the game, it's great. Bioshock took the formula here from Undying. Dishonored took the formula here for Undying with left and right hand usage. 9 out of 10 for this section, only because the game is old, to be honest. Sounds and music as the most important part of every horror game. Beautiful soundtracks will send shivers down your spine. Everything is voice acted, and your journal with quests and mysteries is voice covered too. Perfect voice acting too. Floors cracking, winds howling through mansions corridors, distant laughs and cryings, monsters lurking and gnarling from the dark. Everything is great with sound effects. Uh, this game did amazing with sound and music. It's where it shines the most in this part. Just put the headphones and play the game in the dark. This is how you do a horror game. Not those stupid scare jump horrors of today. This game triggers the right spots that will make you scared by combining great sound effects with what you see on screen. Clive Barker nailed it, and his mark can be seen everywhere in this game. 10 out of 10 for one of the best sounds in game ever created. Conclusion at the end. This is a great horror book, whatever you like to call it, placed inside the game and allowing us mortals to taste the horror in its prime and in the right way. With 8 different sections, here we have 75 points, an overall score of 9.3, or let's just call it a 9 out of 10 for one of the best horror games ever created. I highly recommend this game to everyone because I had a unique experience and great fun with it. Clive Barker is an absolute genius for this stuff. I hope you like the video and play the goddamn game. Do not miss this masterpiece. See you on the next one.